What is up, my pretties? It's your mistress, the Queen of Lions here, and today we are back with another episode of Shadows and Pretties. Now, today we're doing a Scooby Doo movie. Now, I know last time we did was Hotel Transylvania. So, today, this is episode 31 of Shadows and Pretties, so we're going to be doing a Scooby Doo movie. Now, this is another Scooby Doo movie that I found it to be rather interesting and related to the holiday Halloween, as we are getting very closer to that. So, I decided to go ahead and let's get started with this movie. Now, today we're going to do is called Scooby Doo Meets the Boo Brothers. Now, this is part of the Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10 series. Now, of course, it was an animated made-for-television film produced by Hanna-Barbera, the creators who made Scooby Doo, Jetsons, Flintstones, and Yogi Bear, all those kind of cartoon characters. So this is like a based on the Scooby Doo series, but however, though, in this movie, we don't see, Fred, Daphne, or Velma. We don't see any of that. We just only see Shaggy, Scooby, and we do see Scrappy Doo, which I can understand a lot of controversy going on with Scrappy Doo, and I can understand why people exactly don't really like Scrappy Doo as much as, well, I can definitely say not a lot of people really care about Scrappy Doo. I don't really care for him. He's not my favorite. I'm just gonna leave it as that, is that he's just not my favorite. So, I could definitely say that this one is actually pretty interesting, as it is, about, I guess you could definitely, say, quote, that it's about, Shaggy and Scooby doing their usual thing. So, of course, there is a follow-up film to it called Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, which will be another episode of Shadows and Pretties that I will talk about. But today, we're just going to be talking about this one, which is Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers. So, of course, it was first released on VHS by Hanna-Barbera Home Video and Kids Classics back in the late 1980s, and later on Warner Home Video in 2000. So, of course, Warner Home Video released Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers on DVD in 2003. So that's actually pretty something that you could definitely say when it was in develop. So this is all hand-drawn and all that before CGI animation took over. So without any further ado, if you have not seen this movie, I highly recommend you click off this video, go watch the movie. You will not be disappointed after I tell you what this story is about. So just so you know, I am going to be spoiling everything about it. So if you guys don't want to hear me spoil it, I highly recommend you click off this video right now and troll something else. So anyways, with that being said, I think we should just get going. So Shaggy discovers that his uncle Colonel Beauregard has died and left him his country estate, which is a plantation. So after being chased away by a ghost witch, Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy headed for their estates in order to claim Shaggy's inheritance. But before they can get there, they meet the Sheriff Rufus Bisbee, who warns them about the whole state being haunted and that they have to leave. But before he can fully convince them, he receives a call from the mayor, notifying them that a circus train has derailed, and of course, a ape, or gorilla in this case, has escaped. So Shaggy and Scooby-Doo and Scrappy continue driving. Upon their arrival, they were pursued by a headless horseman. Yeah, famous, you could just say a fairy tale, monster or something, mystical creature or whatever. Then they and then a ghost wolf, and alibi by ghosts by the colonel, who taunts to haunt them, telling them to leave or else they'll face the consequences. So they meet the creepiest manservant, Farquaad, who tells them that the vast fortune of jewels is hidden somewhere in the state, which of course he believes that it's rightfully that Shaggy has no business. But Shaggy wants to leave. Before they can do that, his truck unfortunately sinks into quicksand, forcing him, Scooby, and Scrappy to spend the night there. So basically, the ghost haunting the place, Scrappy has the idea to call the group of ghost exterminations called the Boo Brothers. So to the guy's surprise, the exterminators themselves are ghosts, who proceeds to hunt down the ghosts that are haunting the Elm State. Pretty something for a Scooby-Doo film. This is not out of the ordinary for Scooby-Doo, to do something like that. I actually thought, with Scooby and the gang could actually, do something like that. But I didn't expect them to take it to this level. This is just amazing awesomeness with this movie. So, yeah. I do remember having this on VHS, and I believe I still do. Should probably get it on DVD, though. But, I could probably get it on DVD, as I remember watching this movie when I was a young kid, I used to watch this movie like constantly a lot as a child. Being the Scooby Doo fan that I was, I loved this movie. Even though it came out in the 90s, it was still a pretty good movie. And I want to let you guys know that in this one, Shaggy is wearing his red shirt, not the usual green shirt that you do in every single Scooby Doo movie or show or whatever. You do see, well, him wearing a green shirt. So, we're just gonna say that right now that, of course, there's top of all, Shaggy meets this young girl named Sadie Mae Scroggins and her shotgun toddlerly older brother named Billy Bob, whose family was an old feud with the Colonel. After knowing that Shaggy is related to Colonel, Sadie falls in love with him, and that's when Billy Bob wants to shoot him. Yeah, Sadie is kind of, flirty and all that, with Shaggy, while Shaggy doesn't want, her around him because to him, she's like a creepy person. Like, not creepy I'm just saying, what the actions she's doing, that she falls in love with him instantly without just getting to know him, that's kind of creepy. Just saying that right now. So, after things calm down a little, Shaggy and Scooby decide to go in the kitchen to get something, only to find proof that the famous fortune in jewels is real when they find a diamond which a clue to the treasure hunt, which by the first clue, the gang decides to hunt down the rest of the jewels, much to Farquaad's Chargin and his Sheriff Buzzby, who basically was on the trail on the escaped circus ape, and skeptical about the jewel's existence. So, throughout the movie, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo are, going through, the house, trying to find some jewels. Like, there's one place that the jewels, are, and there's one place that, let's just say, for example, there was a certain, jewelry in, one room, and then Shaggy and Scooby-Doo with Scrappy go to another room, and they end up, finding another jewel. But each time when they find a treasure, there's like a clue, like in a scroll, and then they have to figure out who did this or something like that, just to clarify on what's actually going on. So, of course, they follow the trail through numbers of clues that the Colonel had hid for them, which takes them to several points in the mansion, and also the rest of the plantation. But however, as they became progress in their adventures, things became harder with numerous ghosts appearing, including the ghost of Colonel Beauregard, Headless Horseman, and the Skull Ghost. And to make matters worse, they even have to deal with Billy Bob of Scroggins and his sister. But of course, they and the escaped ape who kept showing up. So on top of that, the Boo Brothers revealed themselves about incapable of getting rid of any ghost, only causing one more mayhem whenever they would try to help. So, of course, when they were going through around the places, there's like certain parts that, Shaggy and Scooby end up, falling into traps. They end up, getting lost. They end up, figuring out what the clue means or where they have to go and stuff. Throughout the movie, every time they get a clue, they have to like figure out exactly where where they are and how they must get there and stuff like that. So that's basically what Shaggy and Scooby and, well, basically Scrappy have to do. They have to like figure out basically, okay, where do we go from there? So it's basically kind of like a treasure hunt kind of thing, but just to be completely honest, so it's a it's a possibility that, when Shaggy and Scooby, have to get a clue to figure out where they're supposed to go, they have to like read carefully, memorize what the clue is telling them, and they have to do whatever they decide to do. So that's basically pretty much what the movie is about. So that's basically what it is. So, of course, much to their treasure hunting, they eventually found the last clue, revealing that the treasure is hidden in front of the mansion fireplace. So much to the happiness of the Skull Ghost, who holds the gang at gunpoint, tries to claim it for himself, but after they catch him, they found out that the person behind the skull was the sheriff. As they unmask the ghost, the real sheriff comes in, revealing that the Skull Ghost is actually his greedy twin brother, T.J. Bibsby, impersonating him, as well as the remaining ghosts that were haunting the place. So with the treasure being found, Shaggy is taken by the Boo Brothers' story that they needed a home to hunt, and he turns over the mansion to them, and with the treasure he puts into the Beauregard's trust fund for orphans. So with that saying their goodbyes, Shaggy and the dogs drive back home. Along the way, they encounter more ghosts of Colonel Beauregard, and Shaggy is the other prank of Scooby-Doo. Think it's another prank of Scooby's until he realizes it's real, and he speeds away as fast as possible. So that's basically wraps up the movie of Scooby-Doo Meet the Boo Brothers. Now, what did I think of it? I actually figured it out to be really amazing. It's actually pretty cool, to be completely honest. So, what I actually think about this whole movie? Well, for this case, I could definitely say it was really funny. I actually found it cute, partway to some. I found it really cute at certain parts, but other than that, I actually found the characters to be quite funny. I like the free ghosts in there. They were really funny. Because I remember when I was a young kid, I used to laugh my ass off while watching these movies as a young kid. I actually found the movie to be quite really funny in my opinion. So when I actually took a look at it, I actually found this to be a rather amazing, so well done movie. In a manner, I could definitely say this movie actually did a pretty good job with the animation and stuff like that. So I definitely have to say this movie was actually really well done, and I actually found it to be rather cute. It is cute, don't get me wrong. I actually found parts of the movie to be quite funny. There was the characters in there looked pretty well done and made, even though it was hand drawn, don't get me wrong. Now, I do have to say, the Sadie Mae character, she was kind of, one of those girls that, would flirt with you and never leave you alone. It's kind of like one of those that you see in high school. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You could definitely say it's kind of like that, but except it's a little different. But I do like how, they have Shaggy wearing a red shirt and not a green shirt, not like, the other Scooby Doo, movies and shows. They usually have Shaggy wear, a green shirt, but in the something you could definitely say when you look at the front, you're seeing that Shaggy is wearing green, but in the movie he's wearing red. I just don't understand why that's the case, but you guys could probably comment down. I guess maybe some people decided to change the shirt to be a little bit more, well, stuff. So, of course, I am just going to say, to be completely honest, and that's just to be honest about it. So, that's just to be completely honest. But, with all being said, I actually found the movie to be a rather good clue. Now, one of the clues they had, saying about you're near where the family jewels than before, a broken key locks the next door. There's actually, there was actually certain places where it was, where they were and stuff, and, they actually find out, where this one thing is, where it's located or something like that. But, when the location, there's like, from diamonds to a diamond necklace, to a gold and diamond tiara, to like a jewel broth, to like a ruby, a pearl necklace, and jewel crown. There's like different clues and there like different stuff that has been going on. Now, about the Scrappy Doo, controversy with Scrappy, I do have to say that the Scrappy Doo character was actually to me was okay in this, but at the same time, he was pretty annoying in my opinion. I don't understand what it is, but a lot of people really find Scrappy annoying. I still don't know what it is, but if you guys want to comment down below and let me know what you guys think, feel free to, because I would like to hear your opinions on Scrappy Doo. Now, no offense to anybody who likes Scrappy Doo. If you like him, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. If you like Scrappy Doo, that's totally fine. I don't really have a problem with that. I actually found it, some people can like Scrappy Doo if they want to. But, that's just my opinion of it. Now, I definitely have to say, this is actually a pretty good, movie. And it's a good one for those who, want the nostalgic, even stuff. But, I could definitely say that right now. It's just a really good concept when it comes to the story. Now, I definitely have to say, when it comes to, this movie, I actually found this movie to be rather amazing and well done. But when I say, if you guys really like this movie, I highly recommend you check it out. If you want to check out the movie, feel free to do so, because it is on, I think, YouTube. I think you have to pay to watch it, but other than that, the story was actually really amazing and well done. And that's a definitely good positive that I have to say about the movie. The movie is pretty good, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying right now, like, everything that has been described in here was absolutely amazing, well done, and excellent. I definitely have to say that right now, you're just really cool when it comes to that. So, of course, that's just them to be completely honest, but I definitely have to say, it's so amazing to be completely honest. But definitely have to say, if you guys like this, I highly recommend you check out this movie if you haven't done so. It's really cool and really awesome. So, yeah. What do I think of this movie? Well, to me, it's actually a really good childhood movie. I remember watching it as a young kid. It's pretty good. I can definitely say that now. It's pretty good and actually pretty awesome. So, I definitely have to say, it's actually amazing, well done, and well made. So I definitely have to say it was actually pretty awesome. Now, for that being said, if you guys really, enjoy this, I highly recommend well, I really recommend you check out this, my channel. If you guys want to read, more, you want to know more about my channel, feel free to, leave a link down below, comment down below, let me know what you guys want to see, and yeah. With that being said, I am going to be seeing you all in the next video. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell when I upload so then you guys don't even know if you ring the bell for notification, if you want to know what videos I'm uploading. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, I will be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.